go out and about, you got that drinking with your brothers and that shit, then you about to get tried out here, but don't be caught lacking and don't kill your brother off some bullshit, man. Don't hurt your people, man. This is for protection only, man. I got family out this bitch, man. I got brothers out this bitch. I got to protect. Somebody trying to run up on us. We lacking. What we gonna do? Fight a nigga with a machine gun? Now we're gonna bust your ass. We'll cut your head out and bring it back to the Lord, man. UPK shit, man. Hey, man. She say I'm obnoxious. Say I got way too much confidence. Say it's a problem. All I do is try to pull a woman. They say I'm a monster. But really, it ain't nothing. I'm just like my brothers. But shit, you know you look better with me, yeah. Girl, you know you look better with me. I pull up and then shock. I do my dance on them, what the fuck? I judge, I run it up. Come and fetch a girl, boy, stop, bitch. Okay, you know you look better with me. I pull over logic. I'm a judo with a nigga pride. I'm just like a lion. Want my woman cook, clean, fuck, and shut the fuck up, yeah. I got bigger piles of word block than you in the door. But shit, you know you ain't going nowhere. Hey, taking my food with the bass. Try to walk to the place. Ice on me, come and skate. You really hold one to escape. Yo, we up, fish your face. Or outwork me, what you think? Pretty girl, good taste. Wanna know all my traits. You know I'm on attention. I'm James Brown to the Israel. Bullets long, yeah, extensions. The nigga hate what they mention. I pull up how I'm gifted. I'm Mike Jackson with the fist. Beat it like I'm Thriller. She say I'm obnoxious. Say I got way too much confidence. Say it's a problem. All I do is try to pull a woman. They say I'm a monster. But really, it ain't nothing. I'm just like my brothers. But shit, you know you look better with me, yeah. Girl, you know you look better with me. I pull up and then shock. I do my dance on them, what the fuck? I judge, I run it up. Come and fetch a girl, boy, stop, bitch. Okay, you know you look better with me, bitch. You basic. If you don't want a South Coast nigga, you just a ranking. And really, you ain't even damn exquisite. And bitch, you faking. Want a Russian dog sick nigga in the picture I painted. And I mean, everywhere I say T, I give you some flavor. But I guess you ain't even want to take it. Bitch, you outdated. And you done gave it up for some paper. You chill like your main man. Start with 3 down, baby daddy. Spit what you thinking. You thinking with your damn bars, huh? You the type motherfucker wanna pull up, how the fuck when the fuck, huh? Then beat it from the back, no damn attack, it was just for lunch, huh? Dirty damn about pussy bitch, wanna talk shit on the low, huh? Want this everybody with, cause you don't even know how they say I'm obnoxious. Say I got way too much confidence, say it's a problem. All I do is try to pull a woman and say I'm a monster. But really, it ain't nothing, I'm just like my brother. But shit, you know you look better with me, yeah. Girl, you know you look better with me. I pull up and then shock. I do my dance on them, what the fuck? I judge, I run it up. Come and fetch a girl, boy, stop, bitch. Okay, you know you look better with me, dance. I don't know, trying to get right with the preacher, probably on the low, huh? What the fuck you talking about, girl? You already know what the fuck we on, huh? We ain't passing down bitches, but you get right, what you already know, huh? You know you look better with me, yeah.
Backstage.
Hey, yo, Habanah.
Hey, y'all, what's up, Adawan?
Yo, you know we got to do it again.
Damn right.
They're killing us in these streets, you know?
Yeah, man, this shit crazy.
Let's ride.
Let's get it.
My heart goes out to all of my brothers who been shot by the cops, can't trust the undercovers. Cold-blooded the way they did to Mitch Stanley. Shot him in front of his own home with his family. Innocent black man killed once again. To the hands of these crooked cops, they ain't your friend. Hunters down, they bloodthirsty men. Guns down, walk free and they win.
They killing us like George Floyd. Put a knee to your neck while they hold you down. You can't run, they'll gun you down if you drive away like Andrew Brown. Same way they did Matthew Williams. He had a knife, but they ain't have to kill him. Lied on him, say he lunged at him. He tried to flee, they shot their guns at him.
It ain't gotta be nighttime, it can be broad daylight. Get out your car, try to get back in, they'll kill you like Dante Wright. If you think cops like us, they don't, they hate us with all they might. When they pull you over, guns drawn, finger on trigger, they don't play fight.
Nah, they don't play right. They don't give a fuck about witnesses. Gotta really show them what the business is. Why they out here killing kids, and we see what it really is. Got me losing my appetite, and the bitches harassing you at the light. When you feel you gon' die, then it's fight or flight. That's what happened to Rodney Applewhite.
Tired of these cops killing us. Every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. In broad daylight they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us, they killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. Every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. In broad daylight they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us, they killing us.
Never will understand. We living in fear, we kill every day because they got the upper hand. They murdered another man. Yeah, his name Joshua Feast. Kicking his body, he lay in the streets. It's the belly of the beast. That's why we say fuck the police. Fuck 'em.
Crooked cops, they stalking. Kurt Reinhold murdered for jaywalking. Damn. Pull me over, I hand you my gun license. I ain't doing no talking. Yeah. Justice for McHale Rose, murdered by police at 19 years old. They said he had burglarized some place, but that was a lie. Let the story be told.
They live by it, they gon' die by it. Understand what I really mean. Shoot a nigga while he handcuffed in a seat belt that was really green. Patiently waiting for the Lord's vengeance. In the UPK, we got the illest team. All devils, they must die. Cut their heads off with a guillotine.
Right. AJ Crooms and Sincere Pierce, y'all gon' learn who they are. That's right. The cops massacred these two young brothers and shot at their car. These devils can't help us, it's one solution, let's not pretend. Yeah. We begin to police our own neighborhoods, we must defend and bring these homicides to an end. Tired of these cops killing us, every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. In broad daylight, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us. They killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. Every day of the year, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. In broad daylight, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us. They killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. Every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. In broad daylight they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us. They killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. Every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. In broad daylight they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us. They killing us.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news, picture beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole thought. You ain't know they coming over here. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaselina like my Nina Puffer boy. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Sharpe. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper Free. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. Bitch in a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the count and when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they pray that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole start. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, force. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, told that bitches either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our car. And I just made it call, we gon' start another war, yeah.
All right, this is Rudy Speaks, man. We got Captain Tower in the building. Yeah. Who's that? Yeah, so Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man, on Rudy Speaks, man.
One West vetted,
Let's
one
stay,
West
I'm
pumping
ready
through my
down right
blood,
quick,
don't
though.
forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine, big glow. I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got a million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we bout to demo the building. Fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts. Very large caliber on very small gaps. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak with a bin shot ya. The best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No infamer, no sweat, not inside of my conglomerate. Wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm through our pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring karma. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect. Pay homage that I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West about put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had printers on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send the real Smith and y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain of $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though. Cause the niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino. And the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a part, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I... One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West. I'm one West bred, one West vetted, One West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted. One West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West ball put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though. Cause them niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino. And the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a park, but together. I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West.
Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem wasn't what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just won't change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. There's no action, they make threats and it's still passive. I think massive, no response, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overdose fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatic. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bull for that chicken. I don't fake split the senses cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the goal. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You can focus on the dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I try and make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna be the dozen. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home with the truth, I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man, y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man, y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
Back row.
hog in my bow tie. Hog in my whole life, my whole life. This shit go right. Hog in my bow tie. Hog in my whole life, my whole life. You'll never see another nigga like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm one westward, sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks, and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know lie. Gotta got my hog in my bow tie. Waiting on this war in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know lie. Gotta got my hog in my bow tie. Living in this war in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find.
I'll walk in ya.
How we looking, Akim?
Right. Y'all about Shimmy House Sharpe Brakatha.
1 second, I cannot hear you.
You can't hear us?
Stand by, Akim.
Count out of 1, Con.
Please be seated. Let me try.
Slack, sir, you're a little choppy.
Can everybody hear me?
Con, so we can hear
no sound. I'm in the class though right now. I did that. I'm all the way up.
Con, so we can hear you, and both of us are coming through on the stream. So I'm not sure. Maybe if you come right back in. Con, sir. Shout out to Houston in the building with us, and Milwaukee. The general will be back in just a second. And while we wait for the general, how's everything down there in Houston, sir?
Everything's well. You hear me?
Most High Christ. How about y'all, Milwaukee?
Look like they still trying to set up.
Everything's to wild too.
Rapayala in the building. What's up there, boy?
Yeah.
Shalom, Lord in Christ.
Shalom, Lord in Christ.
While we wait for the general, we're going to pull back up some of the Lord's music.
With the Spirit of the Lord to do his will. I'm that nigga.
One West. 25th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't coming here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Hate Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off.
Looking.
Come on, sir, can you hear us now?
I hear you perfectly through water. Yahweh Shimi Abshai Braka Thumb.
Sir.
Let's get it on now. Can we ready to rock?
Come on, sir, clap it up.
Clap it up. Most High in Christ. They're eating the dogs.
Allegedly.
Eating the dogs. Clap it up. Let's get into it tonight, Akim.
Come on.
Who we got who we have tonight? We have Houston. Give Houston a hand. Houston, Texas, man. Who else do we have right here? Who is that? Milwaukee.
In the building.
Give Milwaukee a hand. I see you, Milwaukee. Good to see you, Warrior. Who else do we have in here? We got Jerusalem, Harlem, New York. Give them a hand.
Damn right.
All right, Akim. I'm ready to go. Omar Muhammad, I see you, Warrior. We're going to get it in right now, man. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs. Shannon Sharpe is definitely not gay. We know that now for a fact. He's proven that to all of us. If those of you out there were wondering, is Shannon Sharpe gay? He gave you the evidence. We know for a fact that he's not gay today. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Shay Shay. Now we know you're absolutely not a gay man. We'll go into all of the stories today. I will, of course, answer all of your questions and help you in any way that I possibly can. All right? Are we ready to go?
Count out of one kind. Any questions in the room? We have some questions in the chat, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sister asked Salaki, General Mahayaman, sir, if I may, can I get a breakdown of 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verses 1 through 2, Baba Kashah?
Absolutely, Sanoa. I absolutely will break that down for you right now, okay? I'm ready to go, Warrior.
Count out of one kind. 1 Timothy chapter 5. Go ahead.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 1. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father.
So this is how brotherhood is stitched together in the Israelite school of UPK and among the disciples of Christ. It's possible for anyone to be wrong, whether it's an elder or a younger brother. But when you have to rebuke someone who is an elder to you, you have to do it acknowledging that this is a person that has been around for more years than you have. So you don't want to do it the way you would appear. You don't want to chastise him the way you would someone that is on your level. You want to remember that they're a person who is a father figure to you. And many of you might need this in life in your own personal families when you have to tell your father that he's wrong. Can your father be wrong? Absolutely, your father can be wrong. But you should watch how you tell him that he is wrong. That's what this precept is about. Read it again.
Chapter 5, verse 1. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father.
So if he's an elder, you don't want to rebuke him. You want to entreat him like a father. Meaning you want to suffer his loss of memory, suffer his failings. And when you talk to him about a wrong that he is committing, you want to do it with kindness because he's a father figure to you. That's how it works with your physical father, and it's how it works with men above you in the Israelite school of UPK. You want to entreat them. You want to give them kindness in their error. In their error, be kind to them because they've been around and suffered things that you have not seen. They've been through things that you have not been through yet. And you want to acknowledge that if the time comes that they make a mistake. All right, continue.
And the younger men as brethren.
And the younger men, you want to treat them like brothers. That's how you want to treat them. And the Bible says to rebuke your brother and let not sin come upon him. That's in the Old Testament. So if it's a brother, when he makes a mistake, you don't want to treat him like he's wicked or like he's evil. You want to treat him like your brother is in error, and you want to help him to come out of that error. You want to help him to do a better job, to be a better person, but you don't want to hurt him. You don't want to harm him. You don't want to degrade him or demean him. What you want to do is for him to be a better person so that he can have a better life. And you remember that when you have to correct your brother. Keep going.
Verse 2, the elder women as mothers.
The elder women, if they make a mistake, what are you going to do with them? Treat them like your mother made a mistake. Acknowledge their years. Acknowledge the things that they've been through that you haven't been through. You want to treat them with an extra level of honor because of the time that they've been around. Continue.
The younger as sisters.
You want to treat her like she's a sister. Once again, if a sister makes an error, if she does something wrong, you don't want to destroy that sister. You don't want to treat her like you're a mean girl and you're just happy to be able to find fault with a sister. That's what women in the world do to each other. There are entire industries that are propped up off of women hating each other, women talking evil about one another, women being happy for the downfall of another woman. It is not so in the Israelite school of UPK. That kind of behavior among women is not allowed in here. And here, women know how to share in here. They learn. Women in here learn how to share. They learn it. They learn how to be kind to other women. They learn how to treat other women the way that they would want to be treated. They learn that in the Israelite school of UPK. You can't learn that anywhere else. And everywhere else teaches a woman to submit to your base desire, to your base instincts. They don't teach women to rise to be the higher person that they can be. Good girls know how to share. I pray you understand. Keep going.
With all purity.
With what?
With all purity.
With all purity. You're not trying to be polluted with this world, polluted with the doctrine of this world, of the belief system that turns you into a bad person. You want to be pure in heart, sincere for your desire to do the right thing. Continue.
Verse 3, honor widows that are widows indeed.
Honor widows that are widows indeed. I mean, a woman who has lost her husband, give her the honor because she has been through a terrible thing that most of you will go through at one time or the other. And you want to honor her because she's going through something horrible. Continue.
Verse 4, but if any widow have children or nephews, let them learn first to shew piety at home.
But if a woman has nephews or children at home, let her learn first to show piety at home. You want to teach a woman how to take care of these children in her life. These children that so many women will throw away. You have a whole generation of people raised by their grandmothers. I always wonder if anyone understands what that means. That means that the people of that generation that your grandmother is in, they learned something that your generation did not learn. They learned something valuable that skipped over your generation because her generation can take care of children. They can do it. Well, what's different about her than you? Because in her generation, she didn't have the opportunity that you have. She didn't have the options that you have. And those options have caused you to rely more in your freedom to sin than in your responsibility to your family. In the Israelite school of UPK, we teach a woman the responsibility she has to her family. Now, you're going to have to take care of those children. You can't go get high all night and become a LGBT woman and throw your children on your mother. You can't do that. You have children you need to take care of. You have a husband that needs your attention. And you're going to do that. That's the first thing you're going to learn. Go ahead.
And to requite their parents for that is good and acceptable before God.
What does it mean to requite your parents, to take care of your parents in their old age? Like, these are things that a woman needs to find value in. And if you're looking for a woman, young brothers, you better find value in a woman that has kindness towards the old people in her life, kindness towards the children in her life. That's the kind of woman that will have value to you as a wife. Continue.
That's a few verses beyond the question, sir.
Oh, we good to go. Próximo.
Sir. A sister asked in the comments, Salaki Adawan, this may be off topic, but can you tell me what the Bible says about self-gratification like masturbation? She said she was told it was a sin and that we shouldn't live in pleasure.
We should not live in pleasure. I don't know what the hell. What does he mean by that? So you shouldn't eat the kind of food you want to eat. You shouldn't have you should only eat, I guess, stale rice. What does it mean to not live in pleasure? I absolutely know what the precept is, but I need to know, what is the Christian church? How are they breaking that down? You shall not live in pleasure. Should you stand up all day and never sit down? Should you not drive to work, but should you walk to work? Walk 20 miles to your slavery because you would rather drive. So is it pleasurable to drive as opposed to walk? What is that talking about? I'll let her tell me how the Christians are breaking that down. And then I'll come back to it. All right. Now, of course, answer her question.
There's another question in the comments from One West Rakabia. I think you're freezing up a bit, sir.
Can you hear me out?
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me at all?
I can hear you now, sir. Can you hear us?
I hear you perfectly. Am I freezing?
Yeah, you were freezing up a minute ago.
Am I freezing now?
No, you're too wild now, sir.
All right, just let me know, and I'll try to fix it if it happens again.
One West Rakabia says, Salaki Alawat, if I could, I don't want to say magic in Luke 22:50 or 51 when Simon Peter cut off the ear and Christ healed the ear. What exactly did he do to heal it? Wata wata, sir.
No problem. This is what happened. When Christ healed the ear, he got the power of the ear to make sure. Why did he do it? Well, let me tell everyone what happened. This is when Jesus Christ was being arrested by the officers of the Pharisee to be delivered over to the Romans so that they could work their plot to get him murdered for a crime that he did not commit. So when the officers of the Pharisee came to arrest him, Peter pulled out his sword, the same sword that Jesus Christ told them that they had to start carrying. He pulled it out and he cut the ear off of one of the officers, the guards that were attempting to arrest Jesus Christ. When that happened, Jesus Christ picked up the ear and he put it back on the guard and his ear was healed. Jesus Christ used the power that he received from the Most High God to prove that he was the King of Israel and the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. Why? Because there can't be anyone that says that he fought to not go to his cross and die. Jesus Christ went to his cross and died as he was ordered. And he was not going to allow Peter to in any way stop it. So he put the ear back on so that he could be absolutely innocent in performing his duty. And his duty that day was to be taken and was to die so that the nation of Israel could live again. So it was not magic. How do I know it wasn't magic? What's the difference between magic and what Jesus Christ did when he turned water to wine and when he healed that guard's ear? What's the difference between that and magic? Who knows?
If I may, sir.
It's a real simple thing. Go ahead, Levi.
Can you hear me, Adawan?
Sir, you're freezing up again, sir.
How about now?
Can you hear us, sir? You're freezing up again.
All right, let me try to fix it, all right?
Count out one, count. They can hear us.
Big up to Isupk, California. Cookout is coming up September 26th to the 29th. Today is actually the last day that you can book your hotel. So make sure you go on Facebook, find that link, and book your hotel. All right. You don't want to wait another day. Today is the last day to book your hotel if you're going to the California Cookout. So make sure you go on Facebook, find the link, and book your hotel. Big up to Isupk, California. Most High in Christ.
Clap it up, Akim. All right, we should be okay now. Okay, that's my question. What's the difference between the work that Jesus Christ did, turning water to wine, walking on water, healing?
Are you gonna say something?
You frozen again, sir. But I'll take a crack at it. I don't want. Magic is really illusion. It's not real.
Give him a hand.
John Christ.
Yes, that's the answer. Magic is fake. Magic is not real. There is no such thing as magic. Every magician you have ever seen in your life fooled you. It never happened. Everyone gets it. All right, this happened. How about now? Can you still not hear me?
We can hear you now, sir.
All right, let me know if I'm having a problem. Can I move on?
Con, sir. The sister responded. She said it wasn't a breakdown, more of a ridicule about it being a sin and self-abuse, and that I should ask what the biblical stance on self-gratification.
I got you. Who ridiculed her? Who is she talking about? Have her answer that.
Can I the one? Can Ilazar Ben Yehowadah asked Salakia Alawat, can I get a general breakdown on Romans, the 7th chapter, verse 19 through 25?
Of course.
Romans chapter 7 and verse 19. For the good that I would, I do not. But the evil which I would not, that I do.
Yeah, this is the struggle that is in many men. This is the struggle between the light and the dark. The struggle between doing the right thing and doing what's wrong. Okay, if you truly have faith, then you will win this struggle. But you have to fight it to win it. You have to fight it to win it. Paul said, that which I do, I would not. Meaning he's doing something that he doesn't want to do. And the thing that he wants to do, he's not doing. Read the next part. Read the war within my members. It should be around here somewhere.
So verse 23. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind.
You understand? I see the law in my members, warring against the law in my mind. What's the law in his members? The law in his body. His body is telling him he must smoke. He has to smoke. His body is telling him that he must have sex with this heathen woman, that he must have sex with this woman that's another man's woman. Your body is demanding it. Your body is saying you don't have a choice. It's the law. Your body tells you you were born like that. That you've always, that's what Saucy Santana said. Saucy Santana said he's like men since he was 9 years old. Coincidentally, he's been having sex with his male cousin since he was 9 years old. Your body will tell you that you don't have a choice. A lot of you women out there, you're lesbian for one reason and one reason only. Who knows the reason? Your weight. You're heavy. Because you gain weight and you were a little chubby little girl, you thought that meant you were a lesbian simply because you thought that your sister was prettier than you. The girls that you went to high school with or grade school with, boys gave them attention. You think you're unattractive. And so because you're heavy, because you gain a lot of weight, because you were a chubby little girl, you thought that that meant I must be with girls because boys don't like me. That's a law in your flesh. You think your body size determines your sexual proclivity. You think simply because your hair is short and because you're not shapely and because you don't have big breasts or simply because you're heavy. You think that means you were born a lesbian. No, you're not. That's the war in your body fighting against what? Read that.
Kind out of one kind. Bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members.
Can you hear me out?
I can hear you now, sir. You froze for a second.
I don't know what to do here. I might have to start over in one more second. If it happens another time, I'll start over. Read it from the top.
Kind of one kind. From the top of that 23rd verse.
Con.
But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind.
What's the law of his mind? The law of his mind is what he knows is right and wrong. That's the law in your mind. It's in your brain. So you know right from wrong, but your body is telling you I have to do it. Well, those two things fight each other. They fight each other. Now you have to decide who do you want to win, your body or what you know is right. Continue.
O wretched man, Salakia, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members.
And now it brings you into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members. Your members are your body parts. So now your conscience about what you're doing brings you into bondage, into the sin that's in your body. So now you're in terror every day because you're doing the wrong thing. Oh, wretched man that I am. That is where true righteousness begins. When you hate yourself for what you're doing. My God, what a place to begin. You start from there, brother, and you're going to be an amazing person. If you can say these words to yourself, read it from right there, brother.
O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
That's where you must begin. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? That's what you need salvation from. You need salvation from yourself, from the decisions that you make, from the choices that you make. The sister isn't answering my question.
Sir, she did.
She did. What's the answer?
She said it was an Israelite outside the UPK. I kept saying it wasn't a sin, but couldn't pull any scriptures to back it up is why I asked.
Let me tell you how strong this battle is. And listen to me very carefully, brothers and sisters out there. There is a choice in life of who you will have sex with. If you choose incorrectly, you could get HIV, you could get AIDS. Brothers, you could get a whore pregnant and then spend 18 years in and out of jail. You could get a whore pregnant and now another man is raising your child and that other man is going to molest your child. You're going to have sex with Saucy Santana. Santana is going to be your son that you have no control over, that you're not even allowed to go see. And while his mother is telling you that we don't need you, her cousin, her uncle is going to be around your son. Sisters, let me tell you the situation you're in. There is no one that gets more HIV on the planet than women from the tribe of Judah. Number 2 is Hispanic women. No one is getting HIV more than you. No one. If you have sex with the wrong man, then you could die. Have you ever heard of the HPV virus? What's that called?
Sir.
HPV, right?
Sir.
What's the say again? Yeah, HPV. The HPV virus. Let me tell you what that is. That's a sexually transmitted disease that a woman gets. And if she gets that, there is a strain of that disease which causes her to have cancer. She can now have cancer because she contracted this, what is it called? Human papillomavirus. Well, there's the man out there that's going to kill you with his penis. he's going to kill you with it. You're going to die. You're going to die because he went into you. And this man is going to have a suit and a tie on, and he's going to be the best singer in church. The best singer. He's going to be the kind of man that your mother always wanted you to marry. And he is going to kill you with HIV because that man, although he only has one wife, he has many boyfriends. Let me tell you what I would rather you do. I would rather you take that penis of yours and slam it in the door rather than put it in a woman that's going to ruin your life. Sisters, go out there and get you all the roses, everything. This is what you should do. You should fight to live. So if a woman has to masturbate so that she doesn't have sex with Magic Johnson, I'm going to turn my head and act like you're not doing anything. I'm going to ignore what you're doing because your life is on the line. And some Israelite preacher is telling you that brother tell you how it was shot. Some Israelite preacher that's telling you that you should not masturbate, but recommending that you marry the choir director. He's trying to get you killed.
Right.
There is no decision in life that will greater defect that will more affect your.
You went out again, Adawan.
How about now?
We hear you
now, sir.
Yeah, you know what it is. 440 for the rubber, busy man, shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga. I read what Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the eye like Samson, I can't let no hoe lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh, they lies, this is privacy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. If Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Sucker up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, this that exorcism. Watch out, bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spin, I ain't listening. Is effective. If revenge was a woman, I scope that bitch like Jackie. Time war, we gonna run the summer. It's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cooking. I'ma get him crack as hell. Should've never kidnapped my family. I can't just do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas. Pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real tricking on them dots? You a bird feeder. Claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something? I ain't hear. This shit light. It ain't about who got this gun. It's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead. Just raise up the chain. Free shots. I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you. You'll never get that hand back. Bitch about 10%. I don't want to hear none of that. He dropping sword. Fuck him. Just make sure you get that cover back. Look around. He ain't with us. Probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody won't be Richard Porter. God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want. It's laying in the trunk like Lee Balbo. A certified woman's ass nigga. I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign. Yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fairfield. You feel your boy. Still up on my bread. Still, I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost. They gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game. Pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
I just wanna see my enemies fall. Yeah, hey, look, I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it all. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna pop. Trying to build my own city, homie. Enough room to put my niggas on it. Just start a couple business on it. Fuck any heathen, never shitted on me. Yeah. Public housing we done lived through. Trying to put that in my real view. Gold rolls, what I still do. I can see the picture with a clear view. Gotta separate the snakes and all you fuck niggas that's gon' hate. Daily pray to God don't catch another case. But that's a small risk that I feel I gotta take. Only certain niggas, they gon' feel this. Still deliver verses on that real shit. If I get a couple million, I'ma bust this shit down with these children. I just wanna pop. For my niggas stand tall, cause we about to
How we looking up? Wrap it up. We back here. Am I all right? You mind if I let me tell you the story of a sister named I'm going to give her the name Jennifer, right? She was one of the first sisters that I was counseling when I began to counsel brothers and sisters under the authority of Commanding General Yohana. And this sister Jennifer, she married a brother in the world, like many women do. You sisters out there who you're watching the UPK, some of you don't have the strength to endure, to wait until the Most High can send you a proper husband in the UPK. And of course, the man on your job, he wants to be with you. He's giving you attention. And so that was Jennifer. And Jennifer had sex with a brother in the world. And Jennifer was still learning, and she was having sex with a brother in the world, and this was her husband. But he had that drug habit that brothers in the world come with. Most brothers in the world come with a weed habit, a pill habit, or they're alcoholics. And you try to suffer through it because you know you had sex with him and you're a good person and you're trying to honor your commitment. That was Jennifer. Well, Jennifer was going back and forth with this brother who was on drugs and who was smoking weed, and it was only weed. And that's what he would always tell her. It's only weed. Well, then one day, Jennifer's friends began to call me and ask me where Jennifer is. They could find Jennifer. I think about a week later, they found Jennifer rolled up in a shower curtain in the closet. That happened. Do you know how many times that has happened since then? That was the first one. With some sister who you know her, and she hooks up with some boy in the world, some brother in the world, because she could not wait. She could not endure loneliness for a time. If you want to understand how to find a good mate, a good husband, a good wife, the integral part of it is to be with no one until that one comes. That's the discipline. So you need to be with no one. Now, do what you have to do so that you don't go out and marry the wrong person. Do what you have to do. The Bible says this: where there is no law, there is no sin. There's no sin for me to wear a black shirt. I can wear a black shirt as much as I want because there is no law telling me not to wear a black shirt. There is no law against a woman masturbating. There is no law against a man masturbating. Can life begin with masturbation? No, it cannot. Can you build a family with masturbation? No, it cannot. But if you could endure loneliness for a little longer, then you would never have to masturbate again, ever. You would never do that again because all of your time and pleasure would be taken by the man the Most High has for you. Everyone understands.
Count out of one, Con.
All right. Anything else?
Go ahead.
Sluggy, sir. I had, like, when I was in the church, like, one verse that I was told or read a lot online regarding them saying that self-pleasure was a sin was it was referred to as onanism, named after the story of Onan in Genesis 38, chapter 38, verse 9. And Onan knew.
If I could, Ephraim, that's where fake Israelites get it from. Just like, you know, the IUIC, they teach that Jesus is God. That is the doctrine of the Catholic Church. The Onanism comes from a man named Onan in the Old Testament because he broke the law of a brother. Onan's wife was the former wife of his brother who was killed. And the Bible says that if your brother dies without having an issue, without having seed, without having a child, it's the obligation of his brother to go into his former wife and raise up seed in her name. Onan didn't want to do it. The Bible says if a man doesn't do it, if he goes into the temple and says, I don't want to take my brother's widow, then that widow can spit in his face and take the shoes off his feet right there. Onan went and took the woman, had sex with her, but refused to put seed in her because he did not want to raise up seed for his brother. That was a sin against God. It had nothing to do with taking the seed out. There's no law saying you have to put seed in your woman every time you have sex with her. That's what the Catholics say. But then again, you know where the Catholics like to put their seed, don't you, Ephraim?
Khan, sir.
Yeah. The Catholics don't want to put their seed in a woman. The Catholics want to put their seed in your son. Don't listen to sexual advice from a Catholic priest. The fake Israelites, you're listening to the Catholics concerning sex. You want to know about sex? You come listen to the UPK. We're experts at sex. We got licenses to do it. We got all the expertise. We're certified in it. We know sex better than the Catholics, better than the purple pigs. We're experts in sex. I pray you understand. Anything else?
Out of one kind.
I'll take the next question when you're ready. Go ahead.
So there's a question in the chat. It's a little bit long. A brother asked, Shalom, how about my Lord? If I could, sir, with your permission, my Lord, I was trying to get a psychological explanation on brothers and sisters who might have mental health issues and how they act towards their people, like their family, when they act in an outrage and always cussing, going off and hurting family. But when law enforcement comes around or Caucasian police officers, they act like they got sense. And I ask this because of my own personal situation with my family who has mental health issues. And when I seen the Sonia Massey video and how she conducted herself with a better behavior when the Caucasian police officers came around, but her family was saying she was a monster towards them. I think that's the end of the question.
Well, yeah, if I could, I carry a bag with me usually everywhere, and in that bag is all of my books that I carry about psychology and therapy and about anger management and about addiction. I left it in my car out here. I'll try to bring it to California so I can give you some of the resources that I find helpful in my service under Commanding General Yohana. I'll explain it in a short way for you. What you're seeing when you have a family member, they're going crazy. They're losing their mind, right? And then when the police come, they act normal and they're decent and they think well about themselves and they know how to conduct themselves. That's because their problem is not the kind of problem that they cannot control. There are so many mental disorders that we as Blacks and Hispanics live with every day. Certain ones, they can control these things, but they choose not to. Other ones you can't control, like untreated schizophrenia, untreated dementia, you can't control it. So you're going to act the same whether a policeman is around or not, because you cannot control it. But there are other disorders, some depression disorders. Then you can control these things. They're choosing not to control them because it feels so good to allow that demon to do what he or she wants to do. But then when the police get there, fear makes them control the demon. So what you're seeing is the reaction of fear. They can control it. Your mother or your father, the way they argue and fight and scream and want to kill each other. And then when the police gets there, they go, officer, if I could just talk to you for a second, I was doing nothing wrong. When the cop gets there, they become lawyers. When the cop comes there, why? Because they can control it. They just don't care enough about their children to control it because they could stop. If you can stop when a police officer gets there, you absolutely can stop when there's no police officer there. But you don't have proper motivation to stop. See, when the cop gets there, you're afraid to go to jail. So you conduct yourself with more dignity, with more discipline. But when there's no cop there, you don't care about your child. You don't care about your reputation. You don't care about scarring your child for the rest of their lives because you don't care about your child at all because you're a terrible parent. So that's the reason that you behave the way you do, because you don't have any motivation to behave yourself better unless a cop is around because you don't care about your family at all. That's why you brothers and sisters in the UPK know this. If you're a bad parent, you're getting kicked out of this school. You can go join the Purple Pigs and bring them shame and dishonor. But you will not shame and dishonor Commanding General Yohana. He's worked hard for his reputation. He's worked hard for 45 years. So if you're a bad parent, you have to go. So maybe that will give you the motivation that you need. Is there anything else? Próximo. Am I frozen? Can anybody hear me?
Salaki, that was my fault. I had us muted, sir.
I thought I was frozen again.
Brother wanted to bring a precept to that.
If you don't, please, of course.
2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, for God had not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
And who pulled this precept?
Ephraim.
Ephraim. So what's your point with this, Ephraim?
Regarding that the Most High has not given us a spirit of fear, but of a sound mind, a power of love, a sound mind.
So explain that, put that in context to the question.
Salakia, sir?
Put it in context. What are you trying to say?
Oh, that the fear and the like schizophrenia, for example, or the mental health stuff is not of the Most High.
Well, that's a fact. Well, okay, that's a fact. The Most High absolutely gives you a sound mind. If you're abusing your child, then the fear you feel is righteous because you're abusing your child. So when the police knock at the door, you have every reason to be afraid because God is not going to protect you because you're a child abuser. You get my point. The Most High does absolutely give us a sound mind, so then you don't have to fear when the police get there because you're not abusing your child. Everyone understands.
Khan, sir.
I have videos I have to get to. Come on, warrior, up front. Ashar Yala.
Khan out of one, Khan.
Go ahead.
Let's see. A brother has a question. Salaki. Shalom, sir. Yahweh Shem Shorkatah. Salaki, my Lord, if it pleases you, can I get a breakdown of John 12 and 24 through 26? Baba Shawat the water.
Absolutely, warrior. It would be my honor and a pleasure. Anything that I can do for you, I'd be happy to do. Please read it for him.
John chapter 12 and verse 24. Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. Yeah. Verse 25. He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. If any man
break it down quickly. Sorry, 1 second. Let me try to break it down quickly for the officer, right? It's using the metaphor of farming to explain how you don't have to be afraid of death, because in death there will be life. The Bible says that if unless corn drops on the ground and dies, it will be alone, meaning you would only have 1 ear of corn unless that corn dies and drops on the ground. Because if that corn dies and drops on the ground, that seed that was inside the corn is going to grow new corn. If you have wheat, you put a wheat in your handful of wheat, If that wheat doesn't shrivel up and die and fall on the earth, all you will have is a handful of wheat. But if that wheat dies and it gets spread on the ground, then you could have a wheat field. Things have to die for them to live. That's how planting works. Planting works because you take an apple and then it dies and shrivels up and it drops from the apple tree. And when that happens enough, you're going to have a forest of apple trees. Right? Remember the concept. Now skip to the next verse right after the metaphor. Go ahead.
He that loveth his life shall lose it.
If you love your life, you're going to lose your life. What are you trying to do? Preserve your life? You're trying to make sure that nothing bad ever happens to you. That's what cowards do, young man. Why do you think the IUIC? That's why the IUIC loves to wear purple and march and march and march, because they feel so strong when they march. They feel like they're not scared little corrupt cops who are terrified every day, terrified when they go to sleep at night. Well, in the Israelite school of UPK, we are no cowards. We're not afraid at all of anything and anyone. Well, why? Because he that seeks to save his life shall lose it. You're going to lose your life because all you care about is staying alive. That's all you care about, is never losing your job, never losing your wife, and never losing your life. That's how you're going to lose all of those things.
Right.
Continue.
Khan. If any man serve me, let him follow me. And where I am, there shall also my servant be.
Listen, that's what Christ is saying. If you serve me, let him follow me. The world thinks they serve Christ, but they don't follow Christ. They talk about him. Oh, they talk about him until your ears go numb. They talk about Jesus. Fake Israelites talk about Yahushua. Christians talk about their Lord and Savior. But the Israelite school of UPK, see, we do that other thing. We actually follow Yahushua. We follow Jesus Christ, a black man from the tribe of Judah. We behave as he behaves. We do the things that he did. If you believe in him, then you should follow him. And if you follow him where he is, you will be. Now on Judgment Day, when everything else has fallen, the men who behaved as Christ will be with him. And they will then truly live and never die. Everyone understands.
Khan.
That's your breakdown. Next. Próximo.
Khan, so brother asked for a breakdown of 1 Peter 2 and verse 20.
Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 20.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 20. For what glory is it if, when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? But if, when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently.
Oh, this is a one West precept right there, brother. This is a very manly precept. We're going to go into Shannon Sharpe in a second. And I believe men like Shannon Sharpe need to understand this. You know what the problem is with this world, Aishar Allah? No one knows how to be a man. No one, and everyone wants to be a man. They want to be men, but they don't know exactly how to do it or how to display manhood. Let me give you something that is extremely manly. Let's say you do something that's wrong, right? And when you do something that's wrong, you take your punishment. You take it because you were wrong. Now, you aren't going to get any glory from that because you deserve that. You deserve to do those years in jail, or you deserve to get your teeth knocked out of your goddamn head because you did something to deserve it. So there will be no glory in it. But what if you suffer and you were innocent and you did nothing wrong? I remember at the Democratic National Convention, they had those brothers from Harlem, bro. What's those brothers' name that Donald Trump tried to kill and assassinate? The name of those, the Central Park Five, man. Get those brothers a hand, man. They're in the world. They're not in the UPK, but they're a perfect example of this precept. If they went to jail for 25 years for raping a woman and did their time, there would be no glory in that. They would just be men who raped a woman, they did their time, and now they came out of jail. But they were standing on that stage at the Democratic National Convention because they did their time and they were innocent. That is glory. That is glory. There is glory in that. Why is this important? Because Jesus Christ, he went to the cross and was beaten and was shamed and stripped, and he was innocent. He deserves the glory that he receives. He deserves for every knee to bend and for every tongue to confess that he's the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings, because he was punished and he was innocent. That's the point. Everyone understands or no?
Con.
Is there more? I gotta go. Come on, next. Próximo.
Con, sir. We ready to go into the topics if you are.
Clap it up then. All right. Let's start with the Shannon Sharpe. That one might be appropriate now. Everyone knows that Shannon Sharpe this week. What's the story? The story is that by accident, this is all an accident, I show you, Allah.
Of course.
Shannon Sharpe just so happened to be about having sex with his woman. And by mistake, he pushed IG live. Went live on IG for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. He's having sex with the woman, moaning and groaning and grunting. And then came on his podcast the same day and said, "I'm so ashamed. That was a big mistake." Cat Williams called me. He said, "I bet they don't think you gay now. I bet you ain't gay now." Poor little Shannon Sharpe. Little Shannon. You know what the funny thing is? You know what the best way to make sure people don't think that you're gay? The best way for people to never think you're gay is to not be gay. That works every time. That works every time. Shannon Sharpe probably doesn't know this, but do you know there are men that no one ever questions their sexuality? It just has never happened in their life. But for some reason, there's some men who always have to prove that they're not gay. Well, I'm assuming now everyone will know that Shannon Sharpe is not gay, because clearly no one gay has ever had sex with a woman. Is that right? Hello? Wait, what about that? What? Chat room, have you ever heard of a gay man ever having sex with a woman ever? Has that ever happened? Let me tell you how sad little Shannon Sharpe is. Shannon Sharpe, Club Shay Shay. Being gay does not mean that you have sex with a woman. Being gay means that not being gay means you never have sex with men. That's the definition, because there are gay men who absolutely have sex with their wife, and then on the weekends, they have sex with the other people in the choir. They're called down low people, and most of them, would find you familiar. Everyone understands, all right? Let me give you the best way for no one to think that you're gay. Sometimes people are going to think you're gay, and because it's something wrong with you, it's something about you that gives brothers concern. That concern does not change if you have sex with a woman. You just can't ever have sex with a man. Not wearing a purse would also help. If you could stop wearing purses, then that also would make brothers not be concerned about your sexuality. Let me give you a precept, all right? Someone tell me what the word countenance means. Let me give it to you for time's sake. Your countenance is the look you have, the look on your face. People just look at you and just looking at you because they've seen men, and clearly men know other men. So men look at another man and they go, he has a little sugar in his tank. It's something about him that is not manly. And in the Israelite school of UPK, we're also experts on masculinity. That's why we have always known that Nathaniel of the IUIC is an alleged homosexual himself. He is an alleged homosexual. Why? The look at him. You look at him, it's not one West. It's something about him that is absolutely not one West material. Shannon Sharpe has that same look. Give me the precept.
Anybody got it?
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 9. The shoe of their countenance doth witness against them.
Read that again.
The shoe of their countenance doth witness against them.
Does it say the show?
The shoe.
It's all right.
The
Does it
show
say the or they? Say again.
The show of their countenance doth witness against them.
Meaning when you see their countenance, it's a witness against you. Even though you're having sex with a woman, allegedly, I know that a lot of gay men have sex with women. A lot of them. Pete Buttigieg. Who knows who Pete Buttigieg is? Pete Buttigieg was married. He was a married man, married to a woman. Then later he left his wife. And left his wife because now he's married to a man. So John, what's that fool's name on the piano? Elton John. Elton John was married to a woman. Many gay men have been married to women. And why do they do that? Because they need to try to prove that they're not gay. They need to go on Instagram Live to prove that they're not gay. Let me tell you something. This Instagram Live post is more proof that he is allegedly gay. It's more proof. There's an old term from Shakespeare. The term is thou dost protest too much. Thou dost protest too much. When you're trying that hard to prove you're not gay, you're probably gay. Does everyone understand?
Count out of one, count.
Good Lord. No one has to, who in the hell has to produce evidence of a sex tape to prove they're not gay? Who has to do that? What man has to say, well, here's a tape of me having sex with a woman, so I must not be gay? What man has to have a sex tape as evidence? The fact that you need evidence says that there is something wrong with you. The fact that you even think you need it. Read the precept again, please.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 9. The show of their countenance doth witness against them.
Keep going.
And they declare their sin as Sodom.
They do what?
They declare their sin as Sodom.
You see, the look of you, the look you have, your look declares your sin. That vibe that you have. There's something about you that's unsavory. Okay, and I don't care if there's a videotape with you having sex with Marilyn Monroe. Your look is still your look. All right, next. What's the next one?
Let's see. We have Donald Trump's statement on the rumors that people have been spreading about the Haitians.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Where's Levi at? Where's
right here, I don't want.
See Levi. Put Levi up on the screen with a double shot with me and Levi.
Count out of one, count, sir.
Levi, you heard what that bastard said about the chosen people of God this week, didn't you?
Count out of one, count out of one.
Donald Trump is a piece of garbage, Jock. He's filth. He's a piece of trash. Let me tell you something else. If not for racism, he wouldn't even be winning at all in the polls. The only factor that Donald Trump has that makes people like him is racism. He's clearly an idiot. He's 78 years old, and he has 34 felonies. There is only one thing about Donald Trump that is attractive to America, and that's the fact that he hates Haitians. That he hates Haitians and hates Nicaraguans and hates the people from South and Central America. Otherwise, what do they find so attractive about him to make him president again? And he lost. Donald Trump already lost the presidency. He already lost. And they brought him back again. You tell me, when is the last time a president lost and they brought him back again? That you might go back to the damn Civil War when that happened. I don't know when that happened. Someone look that up and find out when is the last time a president lost an election and then they came back and made him the nominee again. Someone find out how long. Say again?
I got it, sir.
Ephraim got it, sir.
The only president in history that served 2 non-consecutive terms was Grover Cleveland.
Woo! Grover Cleveland.
I don't know what year it was, sir. Salakia.
Damn, they probably wore white wigs back then in the Congress. Grover Cleveland. That's the only time it has ever happened in history.
1888, sir.
Say again?
1888.
1888 is the last time this has happened. He lost already. He's 70. How old was Grover Cleveland when he won the second time? Look that up. I guarantee he wasn't 78 years old. He's 78 years old. He lost already. He's ignorant and stupid as the day is long. And he's winning in the polls right now. He's winning. There is only one quality that Donald Trump has, but it's the one quality America loves. Donald Trump hates black people. Donald Trump hates Hispanics. And that is why he's such a viable candidate. You don't believe it? I'll play what happened this week. Levi, you can sit down. I'll come to you. If you want to say anything, please come up on the screen. Get a full screen of Levi when he wants to speak, and he can say it. Play the video out that we went over earlier.
What kind?
Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. And it's a
Now, this is what happened during the debate like 2 days ago. Well, what he's speaking about is Springfield, Illinois. Is there more in this video, Ak, or not?
Ohio, sir.
I can't hear you.
Ohio, I don't want. Springfield, Ohio.
Springfield, Ohio. He's talking about Springfield, Ohio. And he's speaking about something that came on his TikTok and came on his phone. And because he's an idiot, he just said it. And because he knows that people like it. I guarantee his handlers told him not to say this. But Donald Trump has a keen sense of what people like. And people like hating black people. People like hating Mexicans. Is there more on this or not?
I could get the longer clip right now, sir.
Get the other one I sent you about the root story. This comes from a story about Springfield, Ohio, of people coming on Instagram saying that the Haitians are eating their pets. Do you have that one?
Kind of want, kind.
Go ahead.
The small city of Springfield, Ohio, found itself at the center of a fraught election year issue, immigration. Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance claims that Haitian migrants in Springfield are, quote, draining social services and causing chaos. He's also repeated a baseless rumor, already debunked by city officials, about pets being abducted and eaten, a story amplified by right-wing media and Elon Musk online.
Over the last 4 years, Springfield has seen it.
So that's what Donald Trump read. Donald Trump read, somebody made a TikTok account and made up stories and lied and said that Haitians were stealing people's pets. They said that, I believe I sent it to you, Akra. They were going around in a van and taking your cats and your dogs. Do you have that?
I have that one.
Go ahead. Let me just show it to you so I can move on.
Let me Salakia. I need a minute to pull that one up.
Sweat. Well, this is from a video. This is what JD Vance, he's Trump's vice presidential candidate. This is what he got, and then it was put on Elon Musk's Twitter or X, and it never happened. It's a lie. It's a lie that gets presidents elected. Lies. Didn't we go over this last Thursday? What did we go over last Thursday, Aishar Ya'ala? What was the brother's name?
The brother we went into last Thursday?
Yes.
I can't remember off the top of my head, Salakia.
Somebody put in the chat room the brother's name we went over last Thursday that won the election for George Bush. It was a brother who escaped from jail.
Willie Horton.
Willie Horton. This is Willie Horton. It's the exact same thing. Willie Horton was given a furlough pass out of prison, and then he raped the woman, and they put Willie Horton's picture up everywhere, and it was the most successful commercial in history. This commercial worked. Now they're doing a Willie Horton with the Haitians and with the Venezuelans. Go ahead and play it.
White van driving around the neighborhoods collecting cats.
For what?
Skinning them and eating them. Snyder Park.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the
the
people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
but
television.
The people on television
the
saying their
manager.
dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that. Vice President Harris, I'll let you respond.
We've lost a whole bunch of cats. There was a van pulled over that had over 100 cats in it with the Haitians. They said they was eating them.
Actually?
Yeah.
Not fake news.
Not fake news.
So a van was collecting cats and eating them.
I watched it happen, yeah. Watched them get pulled over with the cats and admit to the police that they was eating them.
You're not joshing with me.
No.
He saw him eat him. The bitch said that she saw the Haitian get out the car, skin the cat, and eat the cat right in front of her, I'm sure. I'm sure she saw the Haitian skin the cat and eat the cat. Let me tell you what they do every election year. You give that filthy oppressor $20 and you tell them what to say.
Right.
And they say whatever you tell them to say, and you just hand them $20. And that's that. And they'll say it's a van. They're skinning the cats and eating the cats right here in front of me. They took my cat and ate my cat right in front of me. They know it's a lie, but people love to hate Haitians so much. It's a lie that they let themselves believe on purpose. Of course, they don't examine it. They don't listen to the story and hear that. Well, what are you saying, white woman? You saying he took your cat and skinned your cat and ate your cat, what, on your front lawn? He did it right in front of the van? He skinned it? You said he skinned it and ate it. You saw that? They didn't examine her story because they know she was paid to say that story. Why? Because that is how he plans to get elected. Just like George Bush got elected from hating the tribe of Judah because of Willie Horton. He plans on getting elected because people hate the chosen people of God from Venezuela, the chosen people of God from Haiti. Let me tell you the truth about what's happening in Springfield, Ohio. Here's the fact of Springfield, Ohio. Do you have that, Warrior?
Kind of the one. Can you want more of the PBS video?
I want the PS. I want to go back to the PBS video now.
Population grow by over 20%, driven almost entirely by immigrants. William Brangham recently went to Springfield to understand how the city is coping.
The sounds of Haitian Creole carrying across soccer fields, in grocery stores, in restaurants dishing up the popular Haitian street food pate code. It's striking hearing all this in the heartland of the United States, Springfield, Ohio. Springfield's a small blue-collar city with a familiar story. Much of the factory work left decades ago, and the residents followed. A community of more than 80,000 emptied out to less than 60. That is, until the last few years.
Our churches, we see new people.
In the pews.
Yes, absolutely.
Wes Babian was the pastor at First Baptist Church for almost 20 years.
For years, we've lost people, but you hope somebody else will come and take their place. That hasn't happened here.
Until now.
Because there are folks from Haiti who are coming to church.
Stop.
Lucas Merzus, who among his men.
Do you understand how cruel that is? The Haitian, this town lost 20,000 people. There's no one in the church. There's no one working in the factories. There's no one shopping. The reason that Haitians are in Springfield, Ohio, is because Springfield, Ohio solicited the Haitians to come there. They needed them. They needed them. The town was going to fall. But the chosen people of God, the tribe of Moses and of Aaron and of the priest of the Lord in the Old Testament, they saved this town. They saved them. And this is the appreciation that they get. This is what they get for appreciation. They saved the churches. That's what this pastor is saying. No one was coming to his church. No one was coming to his church. The Haitians saved his church. They saved this town. And that's all the thanks they get. Right. Is to be vilified and to be talked about and insulted like they would steal people's cats to eat. The Haitians aren't eating cat in Springfield, Illinois. The Haitians have jobs in Springfield, Ohio, brother. They work. They go to work every day. They go to your churches and they build up Springfield, Ohio. This town is thriving now because of Haiti, because of the Haitians. And the only thing that you could do for them is to insult them and castigate them. Shame on you. Shame on you for your treatment of the Haitians who are helping you to survive. Continue.
If I may, out of one.
Please, Levi.
If I may, sir, on that point, this is the words of CEO of McGregor Metal, sir, and there's countless other stories like this. This is his words. This is a direct quote. I wish I had 30 more. Speaking about Haitian employees, sir, and this is the reason why. Our Haitians come to work every day. They don't have a drug problem. They'll stay at their machine. That's a stark difference from what we are used to. And what you said is actually correct, sir, because the Haitians in that community have boosted the economy of Springfield, Ohio. But meanwhile, America is showing you how they prefer animals over the Haitians who help build that economy, even though those stories are fabricated and there's no truth to substantiate it whatsoever, sir. Throw out that one.
Give me a hand. Give him a hand, warrior. Let me tell you something. Now, it's so disgraceful what they're doing to the Haitians, brother. They should thank them. They should thank them. Do you know, before the Haitians were there, the previous employees, they were addicted to fentanyl. They were addicted to Oxycontin. They were white people who all they did all day was get high on fentanyl. The Haitians came there. They're making the churches thrive, the businesses thrive, the city is thriving. And what do they get in return? Insults. Insults.
One more point, out of one.
Please, Levi.
If I may, sir. And with that being said, out of one, this is the next t-shirt. White people are lazy, and the world need to know about it. Most on Christ.
Yeah, that's an excellent one. Go ahead, Warrior. And you know
Any
what?
other
Hold up,
jobs
Levi. You
man's
just
the sound.
reminded me. Levi just reminded me of something that from my studies in history. I think white people used to eat all the cats in England. I think that's what happened. Someone do some research on that and tell me if there was some epidemic of white people eating all the cats. I think that's where the term "let the cat out the bag" comes from. That's where it comes from. Someone find me, was there a story of white people in England starving so much that they begin to just eat all the cats in England? Or was it France? Someone look that up, all right? Keep playing this video. See me one more time, please. Go ahead.
Board for Sunday services is one of those new Haitian members.
Why Springfield?
Of all places. Merzus, with his wife and daughter, were among the first Haitian families to arrive here in 2018.
I got a decent job when I was in Haiti, and then to make a difficult decision to leave, it wasn't easy.
The reason they left is their home country is disintegrating. Protests and increasing violence in the Caribbean nation culminated in the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in 2021. Since then, the country spiraled. Armed gangs currently control 80% of the capital, Port-au-Prince. Merzus is one of the estimated 731,000 Haitian immigrants now living in the United States.
I got my brothers and sisters. My mother is still living there. I'm always thinking about my family in Haiti.
Because of that violence, the U.S. granted what's called temporary protected status to Haitians in the U.S., giving them limited time permission to live and work here. TPS was then expanded by the Biden administration. Merzus says he came to Springfield for the same reason most Haitians did. He heard that housing was cheap and jobs were plentiful.
It started slowly. We had an application pool that was a little bit different.
People coming to work here.
People looking for jobs. What he's welding here again are welded axle components.
Jamie McGregor is the CEO of McGregor Metal, which makes welded parts for the auto and farm industries. Right now, about 10% of his workforce is Haitian, over 30 employees.
I wish I had 30 more. Our Haitian associates come to work every day. They don't have a drug problem. They'll stay at their machine. They'll achieve their numbers. They are here to work. And so in general, that's a stark difference from what we're used to in our community.
McGregor acknowledges the sudden arrival of so many new immigrants is a challenge on multiple fronts, but he believes this is partly how the industrial Midwest can regrow.
We want more jobs in our community. And in order to fill those jobs, some jobs need to be people who are not originally from here.
There's things in the last 5 years that have really changed and has been a forward.
So now we know the truth. Now we know Haitians are not eating the cats and the dogs of people in Springfield, Ohio. They're working the jobs that fentanyl cocaine heads used to work, but they're not working there anymore. Haitians are the absolute benefit of Springfield, Ohio. They're creating a new city. They're making the city thrive. The city was dying until the Haitians came to Springfield, Ohio. Put Levi on the screen. Levi, I think we also just uncovered another mystery. They just said that this is the key to rebuilding the Midwest. That's what they just said. And they said that the Haitians are there because their government fell after the murder of their president. I think we just uncovered a major international mystery. Now I know. Now, Levi, you know where you're going.
We absolutely understand why there is all this chaos in Haiti.
Come on, Levi. What does Sakpa mean? What does that mean, Sakpa?
Sakpa mean what's up, sir?
Now we know Sakpa. Now we know. Break it down, please. Tell them, Levi. Give them an international mystery, something they don't understand, but it's laid right in front of their face. Tell them, Levi.
If I may, sir, currently in Haiti, there are over 200,000 Haitians that have been displaced from their location due to the gang violence. And these guns are coming where? From the U.S., sir. The
Levi, where will those 200,000 Haitians end up?
Oh, they in the U.S. right now, sir.
Yeah.
They in Texas. They are in Conwacan. They in Springfield, Ohio. They are in New York.
Springfield, Ohio.
If I may, sir,
Go ahead.
the food drive that we did in New York back in December, under General Katam, sir, under Commanding General Yohana, I met a sister from Haiti, and she told me specifically that she didn't come through the Biden administration. She came through a church, white church, one organization that are going to Haiti, bringing Haitians over here in America. So they are going not only in Haiti, in Nicaragua, in Venezuela, they are going there after the government have destabilized our countries wherever God's chosen people are, so that they can bring these people now under the pretext of humanitarian help.
Give Levi a hand. Levi has just uncovered an international mystery. You know what our oppressor does? Our oppressor looks at you, and you own your home, and your home is beautiful and it's yours. And then he burns down your home. And then he offers you an apartment to move into. That's what's happening in Haiti, in Venezuela. Our oppressor destabilized the government of Haiti, assassinated their leaders, destroyed their economic policies, and destroyed their economic basis so that they could come and work in factories in the Midwest. And that's where they're going to be. Donald Trump is so ignorant, he doesn't even know himself. The reason there are so many immigrants here is because the corporations are calling them here. The corporations are the ones that murdered their leaders and destroyed their industries in their own country so they could come and work for salaries in Detroit, in the Midwest, in New York. Factories that are empty now. Factories that the trade unions have made it too expensive to even open. I guarantee these Haitians are non-union workers. They're not union workers. These Haitians are not in a union because they're immigrants. Oh, by the way, it is illegal for an immigrant to even join a union. So now what do you have? Mexicans, Venezuelans, and Haitians who do not have a home to go back to because our oppressor has destroyed their home, and they're going to offer them a home in Springfield, Ohio, and they're going to be the best workers that they've had in 50 years. America does not appreciate your labor. Give me Revelations 3:9. The Lord said, I know thy work and thy tribulation. There is no way that a white man addicted to cocaine, fentanyl, and Oxycontin could ever be the kind of workforce that the Haitian people could be in Springfield, Ohio. Never. Those Haitians come over here to America and they give the same effort that they would have given in their own land if our oppressor would have left them alone to prosper and to grow. If our oppressor would not have belittled them and destroyed their country, the Haitians would make their own land thrive. Their own land would have been an economic power. Let me tell you something about Haiti, brothers and sisters. During the time around the Civil War, I think I sent this to you, Ashar Ya'ala. Haiti was the most profitable island on the planet Earth. There was no island more profitable than Haiti. I have it right here in my notes. If you have a second, I'll give it to you. It was literally known as the richest and most profitable island on the planet Earth. What happened next? War. War is what happened next. Death and destruction is what happened next. And then before you know it, France is getting more servants. America is getting more servants. It's happening again, brothers and sisters. It's happening again. The Haitians would thrive and would grow. Why? Because God's light is on the Haitian people. God's light is on them. They have ingenuity, skill, brains, talent, and a work ethic that they would use to make their own country the most profitable country in the Western Hemisphere. But they can't, because there's a snake in their garden, because there's some demon who constantly destroys them at each turn that they make for prosperity. But he will help them. Come to Ohio, come to New York,
right?
Come work in this factory, come work in this industry. He'll help them. He just has to burn down your house so he can rent you an apartment. That's what our oppressor does. And that's what he does to the Haitian people. Let me tell you something. This is the word of God under Jesus Christ, under commanding General Yohana. The Haitians are the chosen people of God. Jesus Christ died for them. They are not equal to the rest of Americans. They're better than you. They're better than all of you. They're not equal with you. You're not their equals. The Haitians are better than you. And that's that feeling you feel when you see them going into church and going into work every day. See, white people, when they see all those Haitians in their town, you know what they feel, Levi? They feel threatened. They feel threatened because they know Springfield, Ohio has better men there now. There are a better people in Springfield, Ohio, and all of the lesser men in Springfield, Ohio, they feel threatened. They feel they're scared. That's that same feeling. That's why white people hate Mexicans. Mexicans are doing nothing to white people that harms them at all. Venezuelans are doing nothing to white people. You know what white people don't like? They don't like the feeling of being uncomfortable from simply seeing you. From simply seeing you. That makes them feel uncomfortable. They feel threatened by the sight of you because they know that you're better than them. They know you're better than them. Give me that precept and then I'll move on.
Count out of one count. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation.
Read that again.
I know thy works.
The Haitians don't get any credit for their hard work. You're saving Springfield, Illinois. You're saved. The Mexicans saved California. Without the Mexicans, you know how much that food you're eating would cost? Do you know how much it would cost to eat food? You wouldn't be able to afford food if not for Mexicans. You couldn't afford to eat. The Mexicans are the reason you can buy a bunch of bananas for $1, for $2. The reason you can afford watermelons and grapes. The reason you can afford food and you cannot afford food in Russia. In Russia, they had bread lines. You can't afford food in Russia. I wonder why. I wonder what's different about Russia than it is in America. Why is food so scarce in Russia and plentiful in America? It's because the Mexicans, La Raza, saved the food industry in America. That's why. That's why. And without Venezuelans, you could not eat food. And without the Haitians, you would have no industry at all. You would suffer here. America would be like Russia if it wasn't for Haiti, if it wasn't for Venezuela, if it wasn't for Mexico, if it wasn't for Puerto Rico, America would be a starving, cold Russia. But America is a land of plenty. America is the breadbasket of the planet Earth because of the South and Central Americans, because of the chosen people of God from Haiti. And guess what? No one gives you any appreciation for it. No one appreciates you. I want you to know this, Haitians. God appreciates what you've done. God appreciates you. And God sent commanding General Yohana to show his gratitude to the Haitians. You should receive gratitude for what you've done. And you're gonna get it in the Israelite School of UPK. The Lord said, I know thy work. I know how hard you're working in Springfield, Ohio. I know how hard you're working in Brooklyn. I know how hard you're working. Keep going.
And tribulation.
And you're what?
And tribulation.
What is tribulation? The word tribulation means trouble. Think about it. You come over here to this country. You're working hard every day. You're suffering to give your mother and your cousins help back in Haiti. And yet, what are you getting? Donald Trump is going to make people so angry at Haitians that they're going to unalive Haitians. Before you know it, some Haitian brother and sister will be getting killed because white people are so scared that the next van that pulls up is going to steal their cat or their dog. And some white man is going to shoot a Haitian. And he's going to say, I thought he was going to steal my dog. I thought he was going to steal my cat. You're in trouble. Even work so hard, even though you're the best citizen in the city. That's what the white man said who owns the factory in Springfield, Ohio. He says, I wish I had 30 more of them. My last employees were drug addicts, fentanyl abusers, cocaine users. These Haitians, I need more of them. They're going to shoot you and hang you and castigate you and beat you, even though you're better than them, because you're better than them. The Lord knows the trouble that you're in. He knows the trouble that you're in. Keep going.
And poverty.
And what?
And poverty.
And what?
And poverty.
Can you imagine, not only are you doing this to a human being, the Haitians, at least they're human beings. You're doing this to a people that are already so poor that they need your kindness. Where's your hospitality at, America? Where's your hospitality? Why aren't you feeding the hungry and clothing the naked? Why aren't you being kind to someone who is in need of your help? Why don't you treat them the way Jesus would? Why don't you do that to the Haitians? Why aren't you being kind to them? Why aren't you loving them as you would want to be loved yourself? You know they're poor. You know what they're suffering in their homeland. You know the only reason they're here is because they're poor. But yet you can't be a good, you can't treat them like they're good guests. You can't be a good host to them. You can't give them kindness. Shame on you. Shame on you for not treating the Haitians the way Jesus Christ would, the way Jesus Christ would treat them. They're poor. They're in need of. Guess what, Levi? Listen, I know our oppressor doesn't want to help you, even though you're helping them. But in the Israelite School of UPK, a Haitian can always find sanctuary. You can always find sanctuary in the Israelite School of UPK. I pray you understand. Keep going.
But thou art rich.
But you're what?
Rich.
The Haitians are still rich. I know you destroyed their country, but they're still rich. Why? Because the Haitians are actually the tribe of Levi, the tribe of Moses, the tribe of Aaron. They're the chosen people of God. That's who you have working for you in Springfield, Ohio. That's who's in your church in Springfield, Ohio. The people of Moses, the people of Aaron, a royal seed is in Springfield, Ohio, and it would benefit you to treat them better. I pray you understand. And it will absolutely be a curse on you to treat them ill. With that, let's get to the next story. All right.
Sir, I think Chicago had something to say real quick.
Come on, Chi-Town.
Unmute yourself, Chicago.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ General, if I may.
Please.
Just to piggyback off that video with the devil who was at the plantation. I'm a production manager out here in Chicago at the Ford supplier plant, and corporate is literally pushing us to get the Haitians inside of our plants, and because how good they work, their attendance. We even went to as far as they want us to start making our work instructions and stuff like that in French so they can understand the work instructions. So like even out here, it's been very demanding for our Haitian brothers and sisters to get employment out here because how good of workers they are.
Give Chicago a hand. Well said, Chicago. Well said. Can you imagine? And imagine you have half of the country right now thinking that a Haitian is in a van trying to eat their dog and eat their cat. That's half of the country. Thinks that the Haitians are eating their cats and dogs, stealing their cats and dogs to eat them. Meanwhile, the Haitians are the best workers on the job. The best. And because of that, they're being hated. You're hating them. Shame on you. There's going to be a curse for how you treat the Haitians. There's going to be a repercussion for how you treat God's children. That is going to happen. Haitians, just know, your brothers here in the Israelite School of UPK, the men from the tribe of Judah, the sisters from the tribe of Judah, we love you. And we accept all of you. You come over here, we'll find a way to house and feed every Haitian put under God's command. We'll find a way to do it. You hate the Venezuelans? We'll find a way to feed and house and clothe every Venezuelan put under the authority of God. We know how to treat the chosen people of God. The white man might not know how to do it. He doesn't appreciate you. Just know, Commanding General Yohana does. He knows how to treat you. The water, Chicago, well said, brother. The Haitians deserve that. They deserve praise. They deserve to be glorified. Right. Well said.
That's good, sir.
Levi, break something down in patois for everyone.
Can you hear me out of one?
I hear you perfectly.
Blumana said job, and that means our oppressor, the white man, is the devil.
That's right. Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Well said.
Okay. On that topic of repercussions, sir, brother rightly said in the chat, Esau will be the best workers in the kingdom.
Oh my goodness. Esau, give him a hand. He told the truth just now. You see, let me give you something else that our oppressor won't ever tell you. Black people are not competing with jobs with immigrants. We're not competing with jobs with immigrants. Here's what no one wants you to know, but I'm going to tell you right now. We are competing with jobs with white people. They're our competition, white people. And white people don't want immigrants to have any job, even though white people don't want the job, which is what's so cruel. White people do not want to work in this factory. They don't want to go to that church. You see that church that white man has? White people do not want to go to church. White people are getting high on cocaine and pills and fentanyl. They're not going to church at all. The church has decreased in their funding and in their attendance for the last 10 years. But the Haitians do want to go to church. The Haitians will go to church. White people are angry at Haitians and Venezuelans and black people for taking jobs that they don't even want. That they don't want. Which means, what's the real reason they're angry about Haitians having those jobs? Because they don't want Haitians to have any job at all. They want Haitians to starve and die. That's what they want. Otherwise, why are they angry? The white man just said that white people don't work here. White people won't even come to this church. So then why are white people angry that we have the job? Why are white people angry that Haitians have the job? Because white people want you to die. They don't want you to go to work. They don't want you to eat. They don't want you to have water. They want you to lay wherever you are and die, because then they would feel more safe, more comfortable about being absolutely terrible people who are filthy and disgusting and liars. But you being around makes them feel nervous. The Bible says that the sinner hates the righteous for his righteousness. Give me that precept. A sinner can't stand to see the righteous. Our oppressor sees Haitians going to work every day, going to church. He drives by them and goes, "There's too many stinking Haitians in my town." You see Mexicans outside of a Home Depot willing to work for half of what you would work for, and you don't go stand next to a Home Depot. White people don't go next to a Home Depot and say, "I'm ready to work." White people will not work for the pay that a Mexican takes. But they don't even want a Mexican to work at all. They drive by a Home Depot and say, "There's too many Mexicans in my town," because you want those Mexicans to starve and die. Why? Because Mexicans threaten you. Their breath, their heartbeat threatens you, because you know that the Mexicans are better than you. You know that you're inferior to the Mexicans. You're inferior to the Haitians, and you're inferior to Black people. And you absolutely know that. Anything else?
Consider that precept.
Please.
Proverbs 29 and verse 27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked.
Well said. When they see you, they really hate you not because you're eating cat. They hate you because you're going to work every day on time. That's why they hate you. They don't hate you. Now we know the mystery. Another mystery. Here's the mysteries we solved tonight. I know where the unrest and the destabilization of the Haitian government has come from. America caused it. America destabilized Haiti's government so the Haitian people would have to come to America to work in American factories. America needed employees that they didn't have anymore. America destroyed Haiti's government so that the Haitian people would have to come to America to survive. I know that now. That's clear and evident in front of everyone's face. Here's something else I know. I know that white people are not angry at immigrants because they're eating cats and dogs, because they're not. I know they're angry at immigrants because immigrants being here makes them feel bad about the fact that they don't want to go to work. They don't want that job. They don't want to go to church. You bastards don't even want to go to church. You're angry at the Haitians for going to church because it makes you feel guilty about your sinful life. You white people in America, you want fentanyl, you want cocaine, you want Oxycontin, you want Adderall, you want drugs. That's what you want. And the Haitians want to feed their family with a hard day's work, and it makes you angry at them because when you see them going to work at 6 a.m., you feel like you're less of a man, and you are. And you are. Anything else?
Consider General Q shared a precept in the chat.
Please, General Q.
Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
Give General Q.
Count out of one count.
Outstanding. Go ahead, General Q. Go ahead, keep going.
For behold, I will shake mine hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants. And ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me.
General Q, that is an amazing precept that I have never seen in my life. I have no memory of that precept, General Q. You have educated me well tonight, and I appreciate you for it, warrior. Where is that at?
Salaki, sir?
Where is that precept at?
Salaki, Zechariah 2 and verses 8 through 9.
Let me save that. Zechariah 2. Zechariah 2, 8. Outstanding, General Q. Through water. I mean, that just said everything. That said it all. It said that they're the apple of his eye. The apple of his eye is your pupil. Your pupil is the apple of your eye, meaning it's so important to you. It's so important that you protect. Imagine when something goes in front of your eye closes automatically to protect your pupil, to protect the apple of your eye. And it said that thy servants shall rule over you. That you're going to, your servants now are going to rule you. White people know that. That's why they don't want to see Haitians in their town. Not because they're fighting over jobs. They don't want those jobs. They don't want to work in that factory. They want to get high all day. They want to smoke. They want to snort cocaine and do crystal meth. And the Haitians want to feed their family. They're better. They're better people. The Haitians should rule the world. Everybody. The Haitians should rule the world. The Venezuelans by right should rule the world. The West Indians should rule the world. Why? Because they're the better human beings. They're better people. And when good people rule the world, that's when the world will become a better place. I pray you understand. All right. Anything else? I think we're good with this. Anything else? We're wrapping it now. I got like 10 minutes.
Also shared a preset.
Say again?
General Haas also shared a preset.
Go ahead, General Haas. What do you have?
Wisdom of Solomon 2 and verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged.
Haas, I ain't seen that in years either. Let me save that one. You've well educated me, General Haas Young. Where's that one at?
That's Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 10. And for context, the chapter starts off, for the ungodly said.
Oh, that's a gold wisdom. Is this Wisdom of Solomon 2?
Sir.
I ain't seen that in years. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 10. Outstanding. I have it saved now. The Waterhouse, I appreciate you. Anything else? That was an excellent precept. Read a little more so I can break it down for them if they need it. Go ahead.
Chapter 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged.
Come on now. This is a precept for what the Haitians have been through this week. They're oppressing them simply because they're righteous. They're not eating dogs. They're not eating cats. They're not even taking jobs that white people want. White people were not taking the jobs. White people were not even going to church. The Haitians are. The Haitians are going to church and going to work every goddamn day. And you hate them for it because it makes you look bad. It makes you feel bad because you know the Haitians are better than you. The Haitians are better than you. Anything else?
Sir.
Any other questions on off the topic? I'll take them now for the last 5 or 10 minutes, I think. Unless I got to end it now, you just tell me.
There's a question in the room real quick, sir.
Go ahead, Warrior.
Not really a question, more of a precept, sir. It's so heavy that you bring up about like the guests and hosts, because when I was in the church, I was part of a volunteer team called the host team. Okay. It was originally called hospitality, and it basically meant greeting people, seating people, and making them feel at home. And it's so heavy that, the oppressor doesn't make them feel at home, even though this is not their home, the oppressor's home to begin with. So it's so ironic how it all connects.
Ain't that something? Listen, every year, white people are going to talk about how the North American Indian helped them to get through the first winters here in America. When the North American Indian gave them the turkey and gave them pumpkin and corn to get them through the winters when the Pilgrims first came to America. Of course, they will never talk about how the fact that they returned that kindness with murder. At the same time, why don't you treat the Mexicans and Venezuelans with the same courtesy that the North American Indians treated you with? Why can't you be a good host? Why can't you treat them with kindness? Give me the law in the Bible that tells you to kill the fatted calf when a stranger comes to your city. You white people, you're a terrible house host. You're a terrible host. You treat no one with kindness who comes from a foreign land. Don't you know that the chosen people of God, we know how to treat our guests. We know how to treat our guests. You oppressors, you treat your guests with contempt, with hatred. You beg them to come here. You go over to Haiti and you tell them, come to America, come to America. I have a job for you in my factory in Springfield, Ohio. And when they get to America, you insult them and castigate them. You're a terrible host. But Commanding General Yohana is a good host. He's a good host. You're a terrible host. Let me tell you what you would do if you knew the Lord at all. If you were the chosen people of God, this is what you would do. You're not. So you don't treat people with the law that God said to treat people with. Do you have it yet, Up?
Genesis 18:7.
What does it say? I'm not sure if this is the right one.
And Abraham ran into the herd and fetched a calf tender and good and gave it unto a young man, and he hasted to dress it.
That's not it. It should be if a guest comes into your home and you kill the fatted calf for him and you help him take the shoes from his feet. The Bible gives us laws on how to treat a guest that comes to our land. Abraham, this the one with Abraham?
Come on, sir.
This is the one where Abraham treated the angels so well. But what I need is the law that tells you to do it. This might do for time. This could do. But if you can find the law, I'll give you 1 minute to find the law, then I'll take whatever you have, all right? White people, you got to learn how to treat people the way God said to treat them. That's your problem. White people, your problem is that you go with your own mind, your own lust, and your mind is full of insecurities. White people, you're threatened by everything. White people, you're so scared of everybody. What are you scared of the Haitians for? You're scared of Venezuelan gangs. In your mind, the Venezuelan gang is going to take over all of the apartment buildings, aren't they? They're going to just rule. They're going to just take one AK-47 and defeat every police department, the FBI, and the military with one AK-47. White people, you're not in any danger. Relax. You have enough guns to fight all the gangs, all the militaries. You could fight the British Army. You don't need to be afraid of Venezuelan gangs. Why are you so scared of Venezuelan gangs? You could defeat the German military easily. If the Venezuelan gangs commit violence, surely the police departments of America could fight them. You don't have to be so scared of everyone all the time, which makes you commit violence that you don't have to commit. You're like the police officers who always are terrified, like those ones that arrested Tyreek Hill. Let's do that as the last story. That football player in Miami. There was a football player in Miami this week who did not roll down his windows when the police officer told him to roll down the windows. What was their answer? To drag him out the car, step on him and kick him in the head and beat him to death because he didn't roll down his windows when they told him to. Because that is how white people think. They get scared and threatened and insulted by you thinking you have the right to be a person, to be a man. White people are threatened by your human rights. Your human rights insult them because in their mind, people should just do whatever they tell them to do. Do I need to prove it? Let me do it. Allah, show me the cop that went into that white woman's house. This is the mind. This is the mind of every oppressor in America when he sees an immigrant, when he sees a Haitian, when he sees a black person. He thinks that all people should obey him. because that's the only way he can feel comfortable, is if he is obeyed. Your human rights insult him. Your dignity makes him feel threatened. Play the video. Need time?
This is my home.
Then now that I'm inside your house, I own your house right now.
You do not.
Yes, I can.
Okay, then back the
I'm not
my
gonna
house.
back up.
You do not have a right to be inside my
I'm
house.
not
I
gonna back
will talk
up.
to you outside.
Back up and talk to her outside. No.
You don't
guys
have a
can
warrant.
walk
No, don't talk to them.
You don't have
do
to
not
walk.
have
Let
a
me tell
warrant
you-
to be inside. I will talk to you outside.
You want?
Officer, I will talk
I
to
am
you.
not gonna step outside your house.
You do not have a
We're
warrant
gonna
to be
talk
inside
right
of
here.
my house.
I'm not inside your house. Okay.
You're inside of my house.
Let me tell you why I'm right here.
Because you walked in.
No, because they opened the door and ran from me.
And
That's
I'm
why.
telling you, I am the
Okay,
adult
and I'm
here.
telling
This
you
is my home.
that now that I'm inside your house, I own your house
No,
right
you
now.
do not.
Yes, I do.
You're a kid,
Yes, I
bro.
do.
You're a kid, bro.
What I mean?
know my rights.
I don't care if you know your rights.
And I'm telling you, my
So-
dog will bite you if I tell her to bite you. So
tell
I'm
you
not
that's
going
not.
to bite.
Did you hear that?
Con, sir.
Did you hear that?
Con on one, con.
Let me tell you something. Sooner or later, you know what we do we've been doing these stories for what? My entire time I've been in the truth. Sooner or later, we have to say, maybe these are not rogue cops who are making mistakes. Maybe this is policing. Maybe this is on purpose. Because this cop just said, the minute I walk into your house, I own your house. Your house belongs to him. That is the mind of the devil, our oppressor. It's his house. He stepped into your house with no warrant. The house belongs to him. Also, brothers and sisters, if a cop knocks on your door, talk to him through the window. Do not open your door.
Right.
Because if you open your door, a cop is going to put his foot in between your door, and then you cannot shut it because, of course, you could shut it. It's your right, but he will get justification to arrest you because he will say you assaulted him by shutting the door on his foot. So this is what you have to do. Don't open the door. You look at him through the door, through the window, and you say, what do you want? But do not open that door, because the minute you open it, he's going to put his foot in your door. And then he's going to say, I own your house. Your house belongs to me now. Play it again for everyone. Play it again.
Back
Tell your
up.
dog to. I'm telling
This
you
is my home.
that now that I'm inside your house, I own your house
No,
right
you
now.
do not.
Yes, I can.
Okay, then back the
I'm
up
not
my
gonna
house.
back up.
You do not have a right to be inside my
I'm
house.
not
I
gonna
will
back
talk
up.
to you outside.
Back up and talk to her outside.
No.
You don't
guys
have
can
a
walk
warrant.
in.
No, don't talk to them.
You don't have
do
to
not
walk.
have
Let
a
me tell
warrant
you-
to be inside. I will talk to you outside.
You want?
Officer, I will talk
I
to
am
you.
not going to step outside your house.
You do not have a
We're
warrant
gonna
to be
talk
inside
right
of
here.
my house.
I'm not inside your house. Okay.
You're inside of my house.
Let me tell you why I'm right here.
Because you walked in.
No, because they opened the door and ran from me.
And
That's
I'm
why.
telling you,
Nah.
I am the
Okay,
adult
And I'm
here.
telling
This
you.
Stop right there. The brother said they learned from Christopher Columbus. Right? They walk into your house and think they own it. This cop is wrong. He's lying. What he's doing is illegal. But that is something that you'll have to work out with a judge later on. He will still arrest you. You will still go to jail, and you will still need a lawyer, even though they're going to dismiss the case anyway because he's wrong. What you need to understand is his mind. His mind. He is an animal. He's an animal, and he is insecure. He never feels big enough. He never feels strong. If I didn't know better, I'd think that his penis was extremely tiny and little. Because when you have sometimes when white men have a very small penis and they can't bring their wife to orgasm, they have to go home. They have to go to work and find different ways to feel like a man. So they walk in your door and say, I own this house. This is my house. I own this house, because they feel small when they're home because their wife had an orgasm in 15 years. And because of that, they feel very tiny and they feel very small and they need to find a way to feel like a man. So they're going to drag you out of your car. They're going to drag you out of your car so that they can feel like they're a man, because they're very tiny and small, and they have very insignificant sexual members. Everyone understands.
One can.
That's their mind. That's how they think. That's why they hate the people from Haiti. They're an animal who has no grace, no sophistication. They're ignorant, and they're terrible hosts to people that they invite into their homes. Don't you understand? The Haitians were invited into America. They were invited here. Like Donald Trump acts like he doesn't know where all these Haitians come from. They were invited here to work in the factory and to go to church. They went to Haiti and they told them, come to America. We have a job for you. They did the same thing with the tribe of Judah. They went to the South at the end of the Civil War and they said, come to New York, come to Chicago, come to St. Louis, come to Philadelphia. The black people were invited to these cities. And then when we got here, they act like they didn't want us here. They invited us here. They asked for us to come here. You're doing that to the Haitians. You're doing that to them. Why? Because you're so insecure and you're so small that you have to abuse people to feel strong. Let me tell you something. God is the protector of the poor. God is the last refuge of the afflicted and the abused. And God is going to absolutely defend Haiti. God is absolutely going to defend Venezuela. God is going to defend the tribe of Judah. God is going to defend the people that you offend. God is going to help the people that you think have no help. I pray you understand.
Damn right.
That warrior, are we good to go here?
Council, brother in the room had a quick question.
Come on.
Salakia, sir. Always good to see you, as always.
Good to see you as well, warrior.
Khan. As I'm here in ISUPK, as you mentioned, there would be a consequence if you was to address that rogue officer in a manner, because he will always be able to charge you with assault and such. So being in ISUPK, you learn how to address situations in a godly way, in a proper way.
Absolutely.
When first time I seen that video, if I may, the first immediate thought that came to my head was a very, very popular scene in the movie 300. When the guy came and he stood in front of that real big, large hole. But I know there's a better way now.
Yeah. But I totally understand.
Totally, sir. Salakia, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Were you finished? Please continue.
When that officer said, "I own your house," that struck the chord, and I thought of 300 Sparta.
Give him a hand. I totally understand. Listen, that's because you're a man. That's because you're a man, and that piece of garbage wants to provoke your manhood. But let me tell you something now. He wants to provoke your manhood. But let me tell you something. Don't worry about that. Because in the end, that same filthy animal will be in court begging you not to sue. That's what'll happen. He'll be begging you. Don't worry about that. This is what you do. If a cop puts his foot in your door, do not shut the door on his foot. Don't slam the door on his foot. Just stand there. That's all. And this is the most important thing. Say, I'm not answering any of your questions because of my lawyer's counsel. Don't answer. Don't talk to him. Do not talk to a cop. Right? A cop is going to say, you have to talk to me. You must talk to me. You better talk to me or you're going to jail. You say, at my lawyer's advice, I am not answering any questions. And you just stand there while he has his foot in your door. You do nothing. He's going to be talking and threatening and trying to scare you. And you just stand there. And that's that. And eventually he'll have to leave because he will see that he is not able to convince you to incriminate yourself, which is what a cop is trying to do. A cop is trying to get you to commit a crime. That's the big misunderstanding about police. You think police are trying to stop crime. Police are trying to get you to commit a crime. They want you to do it. He's putting his foot in your door because he wants you to slam his foot in your door. He wants you to do it. He wants you to commit a crime. Also in Florida, right? That Tyreek Hill in Florida. Matter of fact, look this up right now. Look up in Florida, if a cop tells you to roll down your window, do you have to roll it down? And then tell me what the law is in New York. Do it right now.
Sir, it says drivers are required to roll down their windows in Florida.
So now we know. Tyreek Hill didn't know this. But in Florida, if a cop tells you to roll down your window, you do not have a choice. You have to roll it down. Give me the law in New York.
It says you are not required to roll your window all the way down.
In New York, you do not have to roll your window down. This is something you have to learn. And it's so sick on one hand, because the training that black men will receive from fathers on how to not be killed by a cop, that is the only training that anyone will receive, because a cop will never be trained on how to be more professional and how to de-escalate when it comes to people. When it comes to an interaction between you and a cop, you're the one who has to get the training, because a cop does not get the training, which makes no fucking sense. Why is it that I have to teach my son how to keep your hands on the steering wheel, roll down your window if you're in Florida? I have to train my son on how not to get killed by a cop. But the police are not trained on how not to kill my son. Why is that? Why do I have to do the training? He's the cop. He's getting paid. It's his job. But instead, since slavery, black men have to train each other on what to do when you interact with a police officer, when it should be that police are trained on what to do when they interact with blacks and Hispanics. They're not trained. So the only one that will receive training is you. You teach your child what to do. You teach your son what to do when a cop pulls him over. If he's in Florida, he has to pull the window down. If he's in New York, he does not have to pull the window down. If a cop puts his foot in your door, do not slam your door on his foot. Do not let him in your house either. Do not talk to a cop. Do not do anything. Do not reach for your gun. If you're a licensed firearm carrier, still do not move to reach for your ID. If you tell a cop you have a gun, don't reach for it. Say, I have ID, but I have a gun. I'm informing you of it, and I'm not going to reach for anything. You have to train your sons how to not get killed by a cop, because cops are not trained to not kill your child. Do you understand? I pray. With that, I believe I'm going to pass the class over to Cross the Line. Give him a hand to do this, Espanol.
Just real quick, sir, if I could. Captain Mawakwa said the commanding general Yohana will be sending men to Springfield, Ohio this weekend to connect with our Haitian brothers and sisters.
Sac passe. Is that good enough, Levi? What should I say? What's the orale of a patois? What's the that's right of patois, Levi?
He stepped out, sir.
Huh?
He stepped out, sir.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, well, good enough. Sac passe. Take that, all right? All right. Un momento. Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos 1 Oeste Calle 125, Harlem, Nueva York. Desde 1969, debajo del mando de General Yohana Canales. Esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombre español, negro o indio nativo, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido. El pueblo elegido. God damn it, I lost it. El pueblo elegido. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y mantienen su iglesia sin culpa. 1 second. Pero su iglesia es culpable de todo lo que nos están pasando. Órale. See you out there in California. Lord allow, I'll get down to New York before California. If I can, I'll absolutely be there after California. Back home in Harlem, Jerusalem. So water to Houston, Texas. Give Houston a hand. Give Milwaukee a hand. Give Atlanta the Brave a hand. And please make sure you recognize Harlem, New York, where the truth was born. Jerusalem. With that, adios. Nos vamos.
Concert, pass class over to Officer Shaw.
Clap it up for the class. Men of Israel are Mariam, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amadiam Shabbat, Amadiam Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barakatah. Yajbatah, which means hands down. Saw, face sisters. Sisters, Amadiam, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadiam Shabbat, Amadiam Barak, Yahweh Shemaratah Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yajbatah, which means hands down. Class dismissed.